So my skin was very acne prone. In fact, I use a lot of creams, have to use a lot of foundation and the makeup like the female do. But you have started treating me. I think I've got a new life, different life.
After starting some basic skincare, medical facials, and aesthetic treatments, no one even recognized that you were in your 60s, right? I'm Dr. Anika Goel, Chief Consultant Dermatologist and Hair Transplant Surgeon at Soul Derma Clinic, New Delhi. Welcome back to episode 2 of our Spill the Tea with Dr. Anika podcast. So, for me in my life, the two most important people are my mom and my dad. And today I wanted to have your perspective on aesthetics and your journey with your skincare as a male in your 60s and just how things have evolved for you over time.
Yeah. So just to give you some background, uh, I'm born like in the times when only certain creams, certain things were only popular, and there were no routine, no skin care, nothing. And I'm an outdoor person, so used to play all the time outdoor. And still, I go every day for morning walks and spend like 2 hours without caring where is the sun rays, whatnot, and any of the protections we were not using in the past. Since so that has also one of the major issues I had in my life, still sometimes do, you may be surprised, acne prone. So my skin was very acne prone. In fact, I used to get infected and all. And what it did, whatever I did in the teenage or the growing up, I used a lot of creams, a lot of things, a lot of ayurvedas and this that, and which caused my skin texture very heavy and very dark as well. So there were patches all over the place, and it was very. So I used to be, whenever I'm going in a meeting anywhere, I have a very active life. So I used to feel shy and try to hide away from the camera or something. In fact, some of the shoots I had in my life, in the TVs and other places, I used to give some small interviews. I mean, they have to use a lot of foundation and the makeup like the female do, but there was no choice.
Right.
So it was very embarrassing for me. And since uh, you have started treating me, I think I've got a new life, different life. And compliments and the people what they say, it's really amazing, give me self confidence, and walk with the chin up anywhere, anytime, and I love it.
So Dad, I think what I wanted to understand is that how your experience has been. I know what I've done with your skin, but I just wanted to understand your perspective and how you felt about your skin. So I agree. When I became a dermatologist, I would say you had a lot of tan, a lot of pigmentation, a lot of acne scarring. I know till date you do get one-off acne here and there or pimple here and there. And of course, like most Indians, you love your morning and evening walks, which means you're in the sun a lot. So I think the discussion we've always had is we can't completely eliminate a tan, but we can work on changing our habits, like using a cleanser or using a sunscreen. I remember growing up, I never saw you use any specific products. You would just use whatever you picked up from a hotel because you were basically traveling all the time. I mean, I which you would also know because of
Yeah.
your job, you were always in different countries and you never had any specific skincare routine. You basically just used whatever was available to you at the time. I don't even know if you use moisturizer or
No.
sunscreen on your face.
No. So you're 100% right. Let me give you an episode of my life which I can never forget. So it's a corona time, and everybody was advised to go as a senior citizen, have a shot as a vaccination.
Yeah.
It was so funny. I went for vaccination and I gave my Aadhaar card, and they refused to do my vaccination. They
Why is
said,
that? Why is
you're
that?
not senior. This date and something is wrong in the Aadhaar card. Your picture does not match what you look like. We
Yeah.
will not do it. You're trying to escape the queue or the process. And it was so amazing and all. I have to re-justify, show a couple of other IDs and all. So you can understand a 60 plus old person, senior citizen, and people recognizing not their age just because of the face. And before,
Yeah.
when I used to travel around, I mean, when I was in my 50s or mid 50s, they used to think I'm plus 60s or senior citizen. Give me a
So
discount.
yeah, so
So
I
it's
think
reversed.
what you're trying to say is that after starting some basic skincare, medical facials, and aesthetic treatments, no one even recognized that you are in your 60s,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So they actually refused to do your COVID vaccine.
To me, it's a great transformation. not like a change, but it's a transformation, major transformation in my life, my lifestyle, myself, my presence, my confidence, and started following the routine. I religiously use face wash, moisturizers, and I use some of the serums, and also sunscreen is like no way 3 4 times in the day. Even I'm inside the house, I use that. And I got my fillers done, I got my
Yeah.
Botox done
Yeah.
to remove some of, because I had a very deep lines on my forehead and crow's feet on my eyes. So I got my Botox done there. My skin used to sag like anything, and it was always, I had that, felt like it's going to fall out. So with the fillers
Okay.
hanging in, and I got HIFUs done to
Yeah.
give a lift to my. I had 3 chins. People have double chin, so
So you
get
had a
that one
triple
done.
chin.
And now I
Yeah.
am following very regularly routine what I've described you, as well as I get my mirapeel or hydra facials done. So that gives me a continuous shine and a confidence, and people do compliment across. So it's really wonderful routines what I have followed, and I love and I advise everybody to do take care of yourself. What you see, what you get, it's very important. Nobody knows your bank balance, whatever information it is, only they see you. So you're the window of your life. I think you need to make that window, as we all do for our houses. We clean the windows, so
Right.
why don't we do our own body face
Yeah.
as a window to us, and which opens in new opportunities, new lifestyle. Also, it's for yourself, will give you confidence. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you'll feel different.
Yeah.
And that's what I personally believe in.
So I think what you're trying to say is that invest on yourself, on your skin, on your wellness to improve your overall mental health and your physical health, because that's what matters the most.
Excellent.
I think like the point of me starting this podcast series was to break the taboo associated with these procedures. That's why I chose my own parents as my first few guests, because you and mom are, of course, my biggest examples when it comes to skincare, when it comes to anti aging as well. I think we've worked so much over time on your skin, and it doesn't look artificial. It doesn't
No.
look fake. I think you just look like a better version of you.
Yeah.
Maybe even feel better than what you did a few years ago. Usually, my intention is you should feel like you 10 years ago, but you actually just feel like a better version of yourself. And that's amazing, right? So
Yeah.
we've worked on confidence, we've worked on the overall appearance, and I think there's nothing better than that.
Absolutely. And especially when you on grow up, like you're 60 plus, I think they're
It's hard to accept the changes.
very, very
and-
hard yourself.
Yeah.
When you look in the mirror, talk to other people, and everything else.
Yeah, which is
So,
interesting because you're
yeah.
a male, and there's always this perception that as a woman we should feel that way. But I think men go through the same changes, and it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. It's the same for everyone. That it's hard to accept the changes in our face and in our body and so many other things.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do remember one of the very funny episodes. So in the morning walk on Sundays, we all friends get together to have a coffee in the morning around 8ish. And we were all having coffee. One of the friends, lady friend came in, passed by, and they say, hi, introduced to us. And we all said, please sit down, have coffee with us. And she said, no, this is only for, she pointed at me, for older people who are retired. They have all the time in their hand and they can sit and enjoy it. And at that time, I was working full swing. It was Sundays meet time with the friends.
Oh.
Now, similar person, same person. I mean, last week happened to be go to same park, same cafe every day, same friends, and she stopped by, and she did not recognize me.
Right.
And he asked me where do you work, what not, and all. So I was amazed, and it's a true transformation, and the true acid test we call it in our industry, before and after.
Right.
So really, thank you and amazing. And I love, and I say to everyone, please do invest on yourself. It's worth it, especially when we are growing.
Yeah.
Because our needs, our priorities have changed. Before, our priorities and needs were different, but now the body, need to align, because we are all young adults. I mean, honestly, we still have energy and everything, but we need to make sure our faces, our grow, or the lifestyle align to it.
Right. So thank you, Papa. Thank you so much for being on my podcast today. And I think we have solved the purpose of what we came for, which was to break the taboo associated with skincare and aesthetic treatments in men and of all ages.
Yeah. Thank you to you for transforming me and looking forward more to follow.
Thank you, Papa.
Thank you.